Hello, so today I'm going to do a video on covering up your under eye circles. Now, I am not the best candidate for this video because I really don't have under eye circles. I'm blessed that way, but I do know how to cover them up, which is a good thing. So the first thing, my face, I just washed it and put my regular moisturizer on, and usually what I use as a primer is my MAC Matte Fire. A lot of people use like a Smashbox, the primer there, or a more liquid primer. If you don't need a primer, then don't use one. But I just get this one on my fingers and I put it all over my face. Now, I usually put it underneath my eyes because I don't have a lot of dehydration underneath my eyes right now. I don't have a lot of fine lines and things like that. I usually don't put an eye cream on. So usually what I would recommend for a lot of people, MAC Fast Response Eye Cream is a really good one, or any kind of gel eye cream, or even just a regular cream. The reason I like the Fast Response is because it's almost got like a silicone-y texture and it kind of fills things in. So there's a couple different things that you should know when you're prepping your under eye circles / what kind of under eye circles you have. Some people have really dry underneath the eye, and that's going to change the kind of concealer that you're using and how you're going to cover it up. Also, more mature women are going to not use some of the products that, say, a 20-year-old woman would use. So I'm going to go through all of that. But if you can hydrate your eyes, and you have moderate, like I have a couple lines in here. You can see those lines, and I'm not saying that I have wrinkles, but I'm just saying I have a couple of lines. So you could use a creamy concealer. Like this one here. This is a Cinema Secrets palette. I've gone through this before, that it's hard to find, but if you can find it, go ahead. The Makeup Forever, the one that looks like this, that has like the green and everything in it, that's good too. It's just a little bit heavy and it tends to pull the under eye area. So something that's really creamy is what I like. Something like Bobbi Brown's Creamy Under Eye Concealer. Laura Mercier has one. Something that's really easy to blend, really easy to deal with. Now, on the scale of this, my skin is very close to this one. For my under eye circles, I use this one. And all I do, you can either use a brush or your finger. I'm going to do my two eyes different, but if you're using a brush, just use a flat, soft brush and start swiping your concealer on. So I find the best way to blend concealer out is to do it with your finger and just kind of tap it in. And the reason I like this is because fingers really are some of the best tools that we have to do our makeup, because they warm everything up and you're used to using your fingers, which is always a good thing. So once you kind of have that tapped in, I always like to go in, same concealer color, right up into the tear duct here. That's just going to add some brightness to the eye. And then also I kind of wing my concealer up a little bit at the edges here, and then just blend it in. The reason that I do that is just to kind of make the eye a little bit brighter. Sorry, I'm trying to get the right lighting here. I've got natural light and then artificial light and it's not working, but anyway. And then just kind of tapping it in. Then what I like to do is take a powder. This is MAC's Prep and Prime powder. It's really light and fluffy. I know Benefit has one called Powder Flage, but you want one that's really light. And I just get some on the tip of my finger and just kind of run it across my eye like that. Now this is great for people who have no real major wrinkles or anything to worry about. More for people who just want to kind of brighten this area up. Now the other thing you can do is take a color that's more your skin tone and then put it on this kind of in a triangle like this on your face. And this is gonna kind of flatten out this area a little bit, and that's just gonna make your eye appear brighter. And not only that, it's going to give you a little bit easier time when you're working with your blush and stuff like that, and it just kind of smooths out this whole area. So that's an option. The next option is maybe for people who have a little bit more crepiness underneath their eye. That's when I would go in and I would put my fast response eye cream on, just a dot. Put that on there. You could use something like Clinique's All About Eyes, or really just a moisturizer, because I don't necessarily believe in eye cream that it's all that much different. I'm sure a lot of you would beg to differ, but anyway. And then use a really liquidy concealer. I know MAC has those ones in like the twisty with the doe foot applicator. Those are fantastic. I don't have any right now. I'm running low on concealer, so I'm gonna use my MAC Select Cover Up. And this one is a liquid as well, and this is NW20, and it's very nearly finished. It's pretty much done. But anyway, and then I would just tap that underneath. Now the bonus to using something that's a liquid as opposed to a heavy cream is that it's not going to settle into fine lines or dryness. Where even though a cream, because everyone thinks, oh, a cream is heavier, so it would, cover up my crepiness better. Not really. A liquid is just going to kind of float on top a little bit better. And I really can't get anything out of this. Should have planned ahead on that one. But anyway, and do the same thing with a concealer like that. A more liquidy concealer. So if you have more crepey, older, mature, better word, eyes, it's really good to use a liquid and then some sort of cream that smooths, or a primer first. And then if you're one just to kind of cover things up, you can use a cream. I don't like to use something like the Studio, not the Sculpt, but the MAC concealers in a little pot. That are like heavy and kind of sticky. I don't like to use those ones because they kind of tug the eye a little bit and they settle into fine lines and they're hard to blend and all that kind of stuff. So even Makeup Forever I kind of find hard. So then if you have, you want to illuminate your eyes. Now this might not be something that somebody with a more mature eye would do. Maybe just someone who wants a little bit of lift. You can take something like Smashbox Photo Op Under Eye Brightener, and you can just pop this right in the corner. The YSL Touche Éclat would be good, or Dior Skin Flash would be fantastic, something like that. You can even bring this right kind of, when you look up you can see, or sorry, when you look down you can see that deepest part of your under eye circle, and just kind of tap this product right in there. And then just blend it in. And that's going to help camouflage and brighten those under eye circles. So there we go. There is your under eye circle video. I hope you guys found that helpful. And let me know if you have any other questions regarding under eye circles or moisturization or anything like that. And I hope you guys are all having a really good day. The other thing I forgot to talk about is the fact about color. When I'm doing color, I like to use something a little bit more peachy toned. It goes back to that color wheel. If you want to watch my color wheel video, it'll probably clear some up, but the more purpley blue tones, kind of orangey pinks are the best way to go. I don't like to go lighter than my skin tone on my under eye circles, because if you follow the principle of when you're highlighting your cheek, you put something lighter on your cheeks. So when you're putting something on underneath your eyes, you don't want to highlight the fact that your eyes are darker. Even though you're putting a lighter color on there to cover it up, sometimes it just doesn't work. So then you're highlighting the fact that you have under eye circles. So that's not good. In terms of color, I like to go almost exactly the same shade, but with a little bit of an orange tinge to it. So this kind of peachy color is perfect for my skin tone. This thing is butchered because I dig out of it. This is my kit one. But I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. Anyway, so if you are using colors and want to know anything about color, that's my take on it. If you have a darker skin tone, something like this kind of sandy peach would work really well. So hope that helps.